Yet another leaked audio memo has come out from the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively legal drama, and the media is working overtime to spin it in Blake's favor. But I felt like it revealed something else. Something Blake and Isabella are not gonna like hearing. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor. Wanted to break down this latest voicemail because I've seen so many outlets over the past couple days just trying to spin it as if this is some creepy thing. That he got chills, how beautiful Blake was. I mean, it does show once again how, close this relationship was at the beginning of filming until Blake Lively wasn't getting.
The latest unsealed audio just dropped, and it's a devastating blow to Blake Lively's entire legal strategy against Justin Baldoni. While the media scrambles to spin it, the raw truth buried in this voice memo proves her case isn't just shaky, it's collapsing, making any prior demands, perhaps even a hefty $50 million settlement, utterly indefensible. This bombshell revelation paints a picture of a producer who was meticulously collaborative and professional, leaving Blake's narrative in absolute ruins and likely sparking widespread panic among her legal team. Her carefully constructed claims now appear flimsy, exposed by Baldoni's own words.
He got chills, how beautiful Blake was. I mean, it does show once again how, close this relationship was at the beginning of filming until Blake Lively wasn't getting her way. But this is always the headline. Anything that makes Justin seem like he's always, overdoing it with Blake, they run with it. So I want to play the audio message. There's two sort of portions. There's the beautiful part, which we're going to get to in the beginning. And then there's another thing that I don't think enough people are talking about that I want to discuss with you. But let's start. Here it is. This is the latest voice memo from Justin.
Hey Blake, I hope the fitting was super successful. Thank you for sending those pictures. That was really cool.
Remember the headline screaming about Baldoni being creepy for calling Blake Lively beautiful? The audio itself reveals a far more innocent and professional context. He was genuinely excited, seeing images of Blake in character for the first time after months of work, praising her appearance as an actor fitting the role. It wasn't a personal advance, it was a director's appreciation for his lead, embodying the vision, a normal complimentary observation that the media deliberately twisted to fuel a scandal. This initial misdirection now looks like a desperate attempt to manufacture wrongdoing where none existed.
Was that creepy? Is beautiful allowed? Was she going for beautiful? Or is that crossing the line too? Like, are we allowed to give any compliments to Blake? Beautiful's fine, I guess, or is it? Is sexy hot? Not okay. Even though Sony and Blake herself have said the word and said it's integral to the film's success, but I digress. Yeah, it sounds like he finally saw this movie he's been working on, his character, that he's really rooting for Blake. He was excited for Blake. He's finally seeing images of Blake in character, and he got the chills and just thought she looked beautiful. Feels kind of normal and nice to me. What do you guys think? Let's keep going.
Okay, I would love your genius mark.
Further unraveling Blake's claims of exclusion, the voice memo explicitly shows Justin Baldoni seeking her genius marketing brain and EP brain for critical decisions about the film. This wasn't a sideline role, he was actively involving her in the collaborative process he had promised, directly contradicting Blake's repeated assertions that he never engaged her creatively. This level of early, deep involvement showcases a partnership, not the isolated environment she later depicted, profoundly undermining her narrative of being shut out and disrespected by the production.
Your genius marketing brain here, and also your EP brain.
So here's Justin collaborating and asking for her genius marketing brain, her EP brain, literally involving her in this collaborative process as he's promised, which Blake keeps saying he never did.
First of all, we got 2,600 submissions from around the country for Young Lily, which was incredible. We had a whole team of people sorting and watching, and really just anybody who vaguely resembled you and who could act a little bit made the list. I did a big callback for a few days.
It's almost as if Justin and Wayfarer are like hugely
The audio also reveals Baldoni's immense personal investment in the casting of young Lily. He meticulously oversaw 2,600 submissions from across the country, conducting multiple callbacks and personally sifting through thousands of hopefuls. This wasn't a casual decision, it was an exhaustive, hands-on process demonstrating his unwavering commitment to finding the perfect fit for the crucial role, illustrating his comprehensive responsibility for the film's artistic integrity. This dedication stands in stark contrast to any implication that his decisions were made lightly or without due diligence.
This young woman named Isabella.
But then Justin found Isabella Fiera. Let's let that sink again. Justin found Isabella Fiera. There she is. Justin found her. We'll come back to that in a second, but I just want to really make sure that was heard.
And she's here in New York. She just graduated from Carnegie Mellon. She's a beast. And as soon as she came on the screen, when I watched it, I was like, ooh, I could see young you in her. And she's got depth.
A significant portion of the memo details Baldoni's intense internal debate over two potential actresses for young Lily, Abigail Cohen, a fan favorite, and Isabella Fiera. He weighed the marketing benefit of casting Cohen against the visual necessity of finding someone who genuinely resembled Blake. This was a sophisticated, multifaceted consideration, balancing fan expectations, artistic vision, and character continuity. His transparency in this struggle highlights a thoughtful, producer-level engagement with the film's core elements, far from the alleged unilateral decisions Blake later attributed to him.
We're bummed, but again, nobody likes. This is my other channel, by the way. Go subscribe. I keep clicking the wrong link. Isabella looked like Blake. Before all the drama, I had no problem with her. She did well. She was good. It's a bummer that Blake and Ryan swooped her in all this drama and sort of ruined it for her, because now she's gotten all this backlash because she sided with Blake, and it makes me angry with her. I got to be honest, because she's out there saying, well, let's wrap up the audio. 30 more seconds.
And so I'm going to pray and meditate on it tonight, but I wanted you to know the background before I sent you
The most damning revelation for Blake's narrative is Justin's unequivocal statement, but then I found this young woman named Isabella Fiera. This isn't a small detail, it's the direct contradiction to the later public narrative spun by Blake and even Isabella herself, claiming Blake and even Taylor Swift were instrumental in Isabella's discovery. Baldoni's words are clear: he found her, he read with her, and he saw the potential. This single sentence upends the entire origin story propagated by Blake's camp.
Decision I go in, but
How creepy of him, right, guys? Must be so annoying for Blake and Jenny to deal with this guy who prays and meditates once in a while for decisions to try to calm himself. Wow, what a creep.
I would love to hear what you think. I'm going to talk to Sony about it tomorrow as well and get their thoughts. Okay. Yeah, give me a ring or a text after you watch, whenever that is, today or tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds very collaborative. Sounds very nice. Sounds very reasonable. Now, here's where things just take an odd turn. This is not how it was spun later. It was Blake and Taylor who found Isabella.
Anybody hear that? Taylor.
Baldoni further elaborates on why he chose Isabella, citing her graduating from Carnegie Mellon, her beast talent, and her uncanny resemblance to a young Blake Lively. He saw her depth and versatility, recognizing her ability to truly embody the character and integrate seamlessly into the film's unique storytelling device of reflection. This thoughtful, detailed explanation underscores his artistic discernment and commitment to casting the most suitable actress, rather than succumbing to external pressures or simply picking a friend's choice.
I gotta pick these two. Which one do you like? Which is, I imagine a lot of friends might do. The fact that Blake then used that to sort of love bomb Isabella in a way is pretty telling. Taylor was ultimately who made me, pick the choice, as if it was Blake or Taylor's choice to begin with. It's not. It was Justin's. It was Sony's. And Justin's who discovered you, Justin's who read with you, Justin's who got you in this movie, and you completely threw him under the bus. The same person you wrote a huge long email to saying how great he was and blah, 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 blah. What the hell? If you had an issue with him, why didn't you say so? Anything I've learned from this.
His decision-making process, as revealed in the memo, was remarkably grounded and inclusive. Baldoni mentioned he would pray and meditate on it tonight and consult with Sony the next day, seeking their thoughts. This is not the behavior of a tyrannical or dismissive producer. Instead, it paints a picture of someone who genuinely sought guidance, considered all angles, and made reflective, well-thought-out choices, actively engaging both spiritual introspection and professional counsel. This approach showcases remarkable humility and responsibility. The stark contrast between Baldoni's documented actions and the later public narrative is undeniable. Isabella Fiera, after being cast, went on to praise Blake Lively as an angel, a guiding light, and everything you'd want as a mentor, giving Blake full credit for her success. She spoke about Blake's advice, wardrobe, and styling, essentially presenting herself as Blake's protege. This love bombing, as some now call it, completely erased Justin's foundational role in her discovery and casting, making Isabella's subsequent loyalty to Blake look deeply opportunistic. The leaked audio confirms that Isabella Fiera, who gained fame through the film, completely threw Justin Baldoni under the bus. Despite his instrumental role in her hiring, discovering her, reading with her, and getting her into the movie, she sided unequivocally with Blake Lively. This betrayal is particularly egregious given that Justin was the one who genuinely saw her talent and fought for her, only to be publicly dismissed and demonized in favor of a narrative that served Blake's interests. Her actions now appear to be a calculated move. This raises serious questions about the integrity of Isabella's public statements. How could she write a huge long email to Justin, praising him, yet then turn around and publicly discredit his involvement in her career? It suggests a profound shift in allegiance, likely influenced by the immense power dynamics at play in Hollywood. Her convenient amnesia regarding Justin's contribution seems to directly benefit Blake's narrative, leaving many wondering about the true motivations behind her changed stance and public declarations. Sources close to the production allege that Blake Lively was incredibly demanding on set. Sony, the studio backing the film, reportedly went as far as to label her a terrorist due to her relentless demands and disruptive behavior. This explosive accusation, if true, paints a picture of a lead actress who was actively creating a hostile environment rather than a collaborative one. Such a behind-the-scenes reality dramatically reshapes the perception of her current grievances and any subsequent legal actions she might pursue. In stark contrast to these allegations against Blake, Justin Baldoni is described by numerous individuals who met him as being very open to communication and genuinely wanting to fix things. It's reported that anytime a complaint arose on set, production would halt, and efforts would be made to immediately address and resolve the issues. This portrays a producer committed to a positive working environment, contrasting sharply with Blake's alleged terrorist behavior and further weakening her claims of mistreatment or lack of support. The narrative around Isabella Fiera's casting also involves Taylor Swift, with suggestions that Taylor may have had some influence or was a helpful part of the process. While it's plausible Blake showed her friends the options, the initial discovery was undeniably Justin's. The subsequent elevation of Blake and Taylor's role in Isabella's narrative appears to be a deliberate reframing, designed to amplify Blake's influence and diminish Baldoni's, creating a false impression of who truly brought Isabella to the project. The entertainment industry's reluctance to challenge powerful figures like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is a well-known unspoken rule. The transcript points out that nobody wants to go up against Ryan and Blake even when it's so obvious. This fear of professional repercussions, especially for newer talent like Isabella Fiera, explains why she might feel compelled to side with Blake despite Justin's pivotal role. It highlights a systemic issue where truth can be suppressed by celebrity influence, making it incredibly difficult for individuals to speak out. This pervasive fear creates a chilling effect where even documentary filmmakers are hesitant to explore the full truth of the situation. The transcript notes, "I can't even get a streamer to take the documentary." This widespread avoidance underscores the immense power Blake and Ryan wield in Hollywood, effectively silencing alternative narratives and ensuring that only their preferred version of events gains traction. It's a testament to their influence that even clear evidence struggles to find a platform. The implications for Blake Lively's legal case are now undeniable, with this leaked audio confirming Justin's professionalism, his collaborative spirit, and his genuine discovery of Isabella Fiera. Many of Blake's core complaints appear to be fundamentally undermined. Her claims of being sidelined or mistreated are directly contradicted, making it significantly harder for her legal team to argue negligence or misconduct. The evidentiary scales are tipping dramatically in Baldoni's favor, dismantling her accusations brick by brick. This mountain of evidence against Blake's narrative likely forced Justin Baldoni's hand in any potential settlement discussions. Faced with a clear, documented record of his professionalism and Blake's alleged demanding behavior, accepting a multi-million-dollar payout would be an admission of guilt where none exists. His refusal to settle for a rumored $50 million isn't stubbornness, it's a firm stand based on irrefutable facts, demonstrating his confidence in the strength of his own position and the weakness of Blake's. Baldoni's refusal to settle has undoubtedly triggered panic within Blake Lively's camp. A rejected settlement, especially one of that magnitude, signifies a complete lack of faith in her case by the opposing side. It means Baldoni is prepared to go to trial, armed with voice memos and alleged studio testimony that could expose Blake's conduct to a jury and the public, irrevocably damaging her reputation and career. The stakes are now astronomically high, leaving Blake in an incredibly precarious and vulnerable position. The latest revelations have fundamentally shifted the entire landscape of this legal drama. What began as media-fueled accusations against Justin Baldoni has transformed into a critical examination of Blake Lively's own conduct and the narrative she constructed. As more truths emerge, Justin Baldoni's refusal to concede now appears to be a powerful assertion of integrity, leaving Blake Lively and her team grappling with a legal battle that looks increasingly unwinnable. The fallout from this unsealed truth promises to be monumental, exposing the real power plays at work.